Hello everyone, this is Mary and it's Mask Monday and happy Halloween to you all. And I put my mask on already because I'm doing this collab with Kim's Happy Place. This is ending October and it's the last Mask Monday that I'm doing with a giveaway for the month of October for Halloween. So this is, it is Halloween and the last day of the month. So I can't believe tomorrow's going to be November. But Kim sent me this mask and Kim's Happy Place, and I will be doing this collab together. This is the mask. It is a Peel brand, and it's a skull mask, it says. But it is the Dio de... I should have wrote that down before I... Dio de Muertos. Dio de Muertos, it says in here. Celebrate life with the Day of the Dead, which I think is November 1st. But anyway, we're doing it for Halloween. And I put it on already because Kim sent me a bunch of questions, fun questions, so Halloween questions, and we're also doing a giveaway. So I know that y'all know Kim's Happy Place. She sent me it with this adorable card. I think I showed you this in friend mail, but I just love the card. So cute. I wanted to show it to you again. We're going to be doing 5 sheet masks, I will, today's the 31st, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4, what is Saturday, Sunday at noon Central Time. I'll end this giveaway and announce on Mask Monday next week. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 1, 2, 3, 4, that'll be November 7th is when I will announce the winner. And November 6th at noon Central Time is when I'll end. It's more like 1 o'clock-ish or so. And when I get home from what I do on Sunday, and I take care of a friend, and then I go to church. And then by the time I get home, whatever time that is, it'll be sometime after 12, 1 or 2 o'clock. I'll pick a winner and film my Mask Monday for next Monday. So I have 5 sheet masks for you. I'm going to show you them right away. Might as well show them to you. This one is the Papa recipe. This is a very nice mask. All these masks I have used and tried, and they're lovely masks. This I got from Boxycharm. Pretty sure, yeah, Boxycharm. Then I have the By Natural Vitamin C Glow Vitamin C and Collagen Mask. Very nice mask. They're all, sheet masks, I love them. They're all wonderful. There are some, you have to be careful. You have to read your ingredients before you use them, so don't forget to do that. I do have this one. This is Oriole. It's a very refreshing watermelon mask. Great for if you're feeling down. This is a good one to do in December or January when you're feeling blah and you want to think about summer. Then we have the IDAZ, the Dermastic Water Fit Mask, and this is hydrating. This is a very nice mask. I got this one from Fab Fit Fun. I got this one from Fab Fit Fun. And this one I think I got from Boxy also. This is the Honey Jarrett. This is one of my favorite masks, the Super Beauty Mask Green Apple. It is, sheet masks are wonderful, but for me, the thinner that they are, the more they stay on, especially when I'm talking. When you're at home doing your mask, and if you're not filming, you're relaxing. And so, this talking, you're not moving everything. So, but isn't this cute, y'all, for Halloween? Thought it was cute for Halloween. And Kim sent that to me. Okay, we've got a bunch of questions. Some of them are repeats, so I've tried to go over the repeat ones. This is supposed to be on for 15 to 20 minutes. It says that it's cinnamon and apple and vanilla down here, but I'm not smelling anything, which is fine. I don't need anything strong. So, all right, what is your favorite candy? Now, you can ask me this any day. It might be different. Mostly my favorite candy is chocolates. I love Bridge Mix. If you've ever heard of Bridge Mix, it's hard to come by. Brock's makes a great mix. I've had it from other places. Some specialty stores have them. They're usually there's like chocolate covered peanuts in there, chocolate covered raisins, and then other things, chocolate covered things. And so different companies make different things that they put in there, but it's dark chocolate and milk chocolate. And you just grab it by the handful. I love Bridge. That's like a bridge that you cross over, Bridge Mix. My grandmother loved it, and I've always loved it. She always had it in her house. What's your favorite Halloween candy? I love candy corn, and I know a lot of people don't, but I especially love the pumpkins. The pumpkins that are in the candy corn. So you can get like Brock's, good old Brock's. They used to have, the pumpkins used to come with other things. There was like a wheat, shaft of wheat. I can't remember what all, different, there was a bat, a brown chocolate bat, and different things like that. They don't make, I shouldn't say they don't make them anymore. I've not seen them. I only see the pumpkins. But I like those. What's your favorite Halloween movie? I don't have a Halloween movie that I like. So I would have to go back to like Frankenstein. I love the good old-fashioned Frankenstein. What is that, like from the 30s? It's just good and scary and good, and I love it. What's your favorite horror movie? And again, I don't like horror movies, so I like thrillers. And probably I like a lot of different thrillers. I really do. But one that really hit me and stayed with me, actually two in particular, Silence of the Lambs and Seven. Those came out around the same time. I can't be specific. I don't know specifically what years, but they were around the same time in my life. I'd have to go back and see what years, but they were very, very excellent movies. Very excellent movies. There's some movies that are just excellent, and those two are. Favorite Halloween thing to do? My very favorite thing to do as an adult is to hand out candy, because I love to see the kids. I love to talk with the kids, see the kids. They're so excited. You know, I just love to see them. So, and what are you scared of? And I'm not scared of much, y'all. I'll scream if there's a bug in my house. Thank God I've never seen a mouse in this house. I have seen mice in houses before, but not this one. And yeah, I don't like that kind of thing. I have had to, in my last place I lived after I got divorced, I had to take care of a mouse. My cats were playing with it, and it was the middle of the night, and I was screaming bloody murder, and no one came to save me. I had to take care of it myself. So you can be scared to death and still, you know, I didn't kill it, y'all. Well, there were two different times. One, I shoot out the door. The other one, I did beat it with the broom and then flushed it down the toilet. Sorry. I'm sorry, animal advocates. I'm sorry, but I can't deal with it. My cats were had about killed it anyway, so. Would you play with a Ouija board? No, do not play with a Ouija board. Been there, done that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Not recommended. My favorite monster? My favorite monster, I don't have a favorite monster, but if I had to pick, once again, if I had to pick, it would be Frankenstein. Favorite Halloween custom would be trick-or-treating, of course. When I was a kid, Halloween was one day. You might make a picture, you might color a picture in school a day or two ahead and bring those home, and they'd hang on the fridge. You might hang them in your window. I think we hung them in our window one time, or maybe a couple times. But we didn't have all this fancy, you know, like it's Christmas. We didn't have all these decorations and all that. So it was just that day, and it was trick-or-treat, and I loved it. I didn't want to tell you, too, that Kim sent me these cute black cat earrings with the ghosts. We're wearing those today too. Who is my favorite villain? Okay, so you know, like I said, I'm not a big fan of those kind of movies, but really, if I have to pick, I would go with Dexter. I love Dexter. I know that's crazy. When everybody was watching Dexter, and it was a real big deal whenever it first came out, I was like, what? What kind of crazy people would want to watch that? Well, then I finally did watch it because several people told me you must watch it. So I watched it a couple of years ago, and I liked Dexter. So he was a villain, really, in reality, you know. Would you spend the night at a haunted house? Yes, of course I would. Love it, love it. Do you believe in ghosts? Yes. Would you rather go to a Halloween party or a trick or treat? At this stage in my life, I probably would go to a Halloween party. Would rather. I like them both, but like I said, I love trick-or-treating. I love giving to the children. Favorite Halloween treat would probably be a caramel apple. You know, they come around this time of year at the store, and I haven't seen them yet, probably because I don't go to the store much. But that, I love to have one good caramel apple a year. Would you go to haunted trails? Yes, been there, done that. Would you rather be a vampire or a wolf? Interesting. I don't think I'd want to be a wolf, even though they're beautiful. But I'd probably go with being a vampire, I guess, just if I have to pick something. Favorite scary book? I used to love to read. Did not like to read these kinds of things. But I read Carrie, and I read Sybil. I don't remember who the author of Sybil is, but Stephen King is the author of Carrie, and I was in high school at that time, and that was a pretty scary situation at the time. I don't remember the movie being so scary, but you know, the books are always better. When I was a kid, it would have been Wizard of Oz. We used to watch Wizard of Oz every year, and it was not on at Halloween, it was on at Easter, and we'd be scared to death. That witch scared us to death, and that castle, and those monkeys, doo, doo, doo. You know, that whole thing. Okay, anyway. Favorite horror or Halloween theme song? Probably Monster Mash. Name something you wouldn't want to run into in a dark forest or in an abandoned building. You know what, y'all? Quite frankly, would be a human being, a man. I would not want to run into any man in a place like that. Some of these questions I don't know that I have answers for. Am I superstitious? I would say my answer was knock on wood. No, I'm not superstitious. Do you prefer gory movies or thrillers? Definitely thrillers. Do you believe in multi-dimensions or worlds? I believe in heaven, yes. Do you get scared easily? No. Not to say if you weren't behind me and said, boo, I'd probably do this. You know, yeah, probably. So maybe. Have you ever played Bloody Mary? Oh, yeah, as kids we did. We thought that was so much fun. Do you believe in demons and the devil? Yes. Would you ever go to a graveyard at night? Yes. Been there, done that. And then this last one is the creepiest thing that's ever happened to you while you were alone. And that's a good question because, you know, creepy things happen sometimes. When I first moved into this house, Facebook was really, really big. In my life anyway, like it was, you know, you put down, you know, everything you did that day. And I was on Facebook I don't know if I had this dining table yet, because I think it was before I bought this dining table. I had a small table and I was sitting that's where I sit, like to sit down and eat. And I was sitting there and it was after supper. I had come home from work. It was dark out. It was the summertime, so it would have because I moved here in June, so it was July or August, maybe September. So it was sort of dark, and it was I was sitting there and I was talking on Facebook with some friends back and forth, and I heard like that, and my back door that I come in is right over there. So I was like, oh, I didn't expect anybody. So I went over, turned the light on, looked outside, nobody was there. Came back and sat down. I was like, well, that was weird. Then I hear, and my front door is over this way, through a couple of doorways. And I was like, what in the heck? So I jump up because I figure, all right, whoever was at that door must have went to the front door. I go to the front door, turn the light on, nobody's out there. So I come back. I go outside, nobody's out there. I mean, I take a quick peek. Buddy's in the house, he's barking now, you know, so at the time I had my dog, Buddy. I come back and I say on Facebook, somebody keeps knocking at my door, but nobody, because then it happened while I was at the front door, it happened on the side door. So I was like, oh my goodness. So I look out, nobody's out there. So I was freaked out. So I say, well, a couple of my men friends are on Facebook and they said to me, you call the police right now. I said, I'm not calling the police. I mean, I was brand new in the neighborhood. I didn't want to cause any trouble. And they said, you call the police or I'm calling the police. So I was like, okay, so I call the police. Well, of course, I called the non-emergency police. They said, this doesn't happen in our neighborhood. We'll send somebody out. And I don't know whatever happened because they did come out. I went out. When they got here, I went out with Buddy, with my dog, for my protection. I went out and I spoke with a police officer. He was not the nicest person. Since that time, I have met several officers here in my town that are very nice. I think he was probably, you know, who knows, drinking his coffee, having his donuts, and got interrupted and didn't like it because there's not a lot of stuff that goes on here. It's quiet. So he went, at the time I had a lot of trees. I have a half an acre. I had a lot of trees all around my house, and most of those are gone now because of the tornado that came through here and other situations. He walked all around. I walked with him, with the dog. There was nobody. He said this kind of thing doesn't happen. You know, it was sort of like a ding-dong ditch kind of thing. And that's really all I can think of for that question. Nobody was ever there. And thank goodness it never happened again. I don't know what it was. I don't know who it was. I don't know. So, but over with. One other, I have had one other thing happen at this house. I know it's getting late because you probably have to go see other Mass Mondays. And don't forget, you have to be subscribed to Kim and to me both to win these sheet masks from both of us, from either one of us, and publicly subscribed. And say spook, S-B-O-O-K. You can be done if you want. I did one time, again, I was pretty new here. I had run the washing machine and I was done with it. And it was, I don't know if it was that day or later, but I hear some water running. I'm in the back of my house and I hear on the other side of the house, water running. And I'm like, what's that? And I go over and the washing machine was on and there was nothing in the washing machine. I didn't turn it on. It was on. It was running and I didn't turn it on. And there weren't buttons that, you know, a cat could push against and push on. They were pull-out buttons. So since then, the way that the washing machine is right next to the washing machine on the wall is the plug. So I unplug it and there's a hook under the cabinet there. So I just hook it and I keep it unplugged when I'm not using it. So that was a little freaky. So I may have a little ghost, I don't know, but that's okay with me. They don't bother me. So anyway, thank y'all for stopping by. Happy Halloween, y'all. Happy Halloween. I hope you had a wonderful Halloween weekend and have a fantastic week. And I'll see you soon and count your blessings. Bye-bye.